That was certainly an interesting episode, from Ragatha telling Kinger her true feelings, Kinger sharing some heartfelt words to help Ragatha, Gangle getting some more development, Pomni becoming a fucking villain, Pomni and Jax singing to then get Jax to go really insane and abstract. There was a lot told in the latest episode of the amazing Digital Circus. Let's talk about it! Hello Ninjas, welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing the latest episode of the amazing Digital Circus. They all get guns! I'll be going over my thoughts on each team, how each team got a small part of development, and then briefly go over the development, Jax and Ragatha, and this episode, as well as Kinger. Slight tad. Ragatha beginning a development episode next Friday, aka development video, but you guys get the point. And then Jax the following Friday. So is Kinger's, because I made a decision very last minute. This will be separated into 5 parts. The first part is beginning, as well as the weapon gathering stage. The second part will be Zubul and Gangle's team. Then, followed by King and Ragatha. And it'll be Jax and Pomni's team as last. And then the award ceremony, because we do have a few things I want to go over there. If I want to mention about anything else, I'll add it in the specific spots. Timestamps are in the description, hear about what my thoughts are towards each team. Now that we have a definitive timeline, let's jump straight into my review of episode 6 of the amazing Digital Circus. They all get guns! In the beginning portion of this episode, we see Kane mention about the favorite character awards and how he needs to set things up. Kane tells everyone that today's venture is going to be a team exercise. Because this is a sports team made up and... Wait, Zubul doesn't want to go on the adventure. Okay, well then they tell Kane to use the suggestion box, but Kane doesn't like to use the suggestion box. So instead of that, they're going to do a trust exercise with a silent box and a gun, and wait, Zubul refuses it again. Since then, Kane has to prepare the big awards show, and he just puts guns on the floor and said, hey, make teams, fight to the death, and then it's time for the awards show. Last team standing wins. We see Ragatha team up with Kinger, Zubul team up with Gangle, and Jax team up with Pomni. When the timer starts, we see everyone get 3 lives, except for Ragatha, because Jax shoots her. Before all this begins, I hate you. I hate Jax. Like, Jax, you just had to shoot Ragatha. You could have shot Gangle, you could have shot Zubul, you could have shot anyone else. You just had to shoot Ragatha first. Frick you, man. Off they go. During this beginning section, we see King go a little insane. Not like the abstract way, but the AI is starting to slowly break apart. We see this throughout the episode as well, in the previous episode. Multiple times teasing potential King becoming broken, and could that lead to the digital world falling apart? We won't know until episode 7's out, which will probably be next year, unfortunately. Alright, let's begin with Team 1. Team Unmatched. There you go. Team Unmatched contains Zubul and Gangle. While they didn't have the least screen time as a team, they did manage to pull 2nd place. Or well, it is a free-for-all, so 3rd and 4th place. But they didn't get too much development from them. Well, Zubul did mention what she finally wanted. Yeah, kind of odd, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why she wanted that specifically, but... You know, I do think this is just a complete joke and just, you know, non-lore-like. I think it happened like a couple times throughout the episode as well. But, you know, the fact that Jax was shocked was kind of funny, I won't lie. Besides that, Zubul didn't really do a lot. I mean, besides the 4 guns part, which was really cool. I love the 4 guns. That's just what we needed, bro. I'll talk about that more later on. However, what we did get was a lot more information that was left empty of Gangle's development. At the end of Fast Food Masquerade, she was about to mention about something between her and Ragatha. Probably about the figurine thing we keep on mentioning about with Jax. Then she stopped and went back inside before Pomni could ever wonder what Gangle was about to say. This time she's struggling knowing that her gimmick of avatar faces, because that's literally what she is, and how to fit in. She doesn't know how to be like everyone else, how to be real, how to become the real you, and I feel like she's a downgrade compared to everyone else, and trying to make Jax happy because that's what the team exercise was. She was only with Jax all the time. Not to mention, she feels like everyone's down, everyone's up to her. She's like worse than everyone else. Zubul then mentions how you shouldn't worry about someone else's feelings towards you, and how they use you as a toy and makes you feel worse just like himself. That's Jax's entire goal. Make everyone else feel down to his level of depression and sadness feelings, just to make him happy. It's a party that exists in both the real world and here. It's okay to feel like that. You gotta be the real you. Worry about how you show your true self, not the fake mask or persona just to please someone, no matter what. Even if you don't love who you are, you have to work with that and find a way to love yourself. After hearing those words, Gangle felt a lot more happier and asked Zubul that question. And then Gangle then proceeds to be too shy about it and didn't ask the same question. You can see right here. So they say never mind, and they off to go find the damn Tommy gun, which is like their inner plot storyline for their team. Go find the Tommy gun, go shoot people, and pow 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 pow. Fast forward to the next on-screen appearance. We see him in the tunnels of some sort. I really don't know what they technically are. They could be the slides that they use in like the circus. They could also be the circular travel tubes that they have on play places and fast food restaurants like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. Like, you know how in the fast food areas, how they have one side of the play place, you have another side of the play place, and then it's interconnected with the tubes. Like, you guys understand. And then like they have like this like single like window that they use for, I think, for like viewing out and be like, hey mom, hey dad. Yeah, so I might be able to that. For now though, we'll call them tunnels because this is nothing lore like. It's not going to be anything crazy. All right. Zubul and Gangle are on the run as Pomni and Jax are chasing them down. They hit a corner and both teams are out of ammo. Okay, now technically, yeah, I know. Alright, they each have one bullet, but Pomni does not have a sniper bullet. Okay, you gotta understand. Pomni does not have a sniper gun. She only has one cylinder. Mind you, both of them are above 2 or more lives. Gangle turns around and sees the Tommy gun. And oh my gosh, this might have been the happiest I've ever seen of Gangle. She literally goes insane and takes out the tunnels. She tries to shoot at them and then shoots a ring around them that breaks the actual tunnel and falls them on the ground. Now, I don't know if it's fall damage. I'm going to assume this because that's how Gangle... Well, Gangle did get headshotted by Pomni with a sniper, so I'm assuming they say headshot rules. Headshots 1 kill with the sniper, so I'm assuming that they're following that rule. So that means that Gangle got insta-killed. And as for Zubul, I assume that they each lost a heart in the process because of fall damage. But yeah, so like I said, after this game gets killed by Pomni, and then Zubul runs off to her room. Jax and Pomni went outside. Zubul looks around in her room. Weapons. Then Jax and Pomni sing. Yeah, so at the beginning of the episode, Zubul mentions how Kane is lurking around Zubul in her room, and then starts singing Daisy. So, you know what the evil team does? Of course, to sing the same song. And I'll tell you this is the best way for Sweet Suit Revenge. She gets 4 arms from her box, an Uzi, a Tommy gun, an AK-47, and an M16. And then there's the shot of her shooting all the 4 weapons against both of them, with obviously prior being flashbangs, now they can't shoot her back. That is, it's insane. It's like the true definition of payback. 4 weapons, you shoot them to death, and you run the hell out of there and regroup somewhere else. And they get each down to 1 heart. Zubul runs away as she has 1 heart, and so does the other team. So it's now a 1 and 1 and 1. Pomni then makes a miraculous shot that somehow removes all of Zubul's weapons, and bang bang, she is dead. She goes to Loser's Corner to find Ragatha, Kinger, and Gangle dressed up as cats. Yeah, kind of odd, I won't lie, but I personally don't think it contains any lore nor story for any of those 4 characters. I think it was just something funny Gooseworks or one of the animators added in. It's definitely random, but it is funny. I don't know if it was the room, but it looks like Gangle's ribbons changed color to black to fit the theme of cats. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is a darker room because we saw Kinger obviously have a lot more wisdom, like how we see multiple times with the shot scene against Pomni and Jax, and then we saw the lighting effect, etc. So it definitely was the change of the coloring that makes Gangle's ribbons look black. While Team of Max didn't get too much screen time, they did provide more development for Gangle that was needed since there was still a lot left to be told of Gangle from her development episode, Fast Food Masquerade. Now, let's move on to Team 2, Team Pew Pew. Team Pew Pew consists of Ragatha and Kinger. We had way more screen time with them than our previous team we talked about. And before we begin, let me just remind you that Jax is I'm just kidding, alright everyone, alright? I'm just very pissed off that Jax took out Ragatha first and then shot her first, alright? Okay, let's go. Ragatha and King got killed off very quickly. What did they give her? A freaking what is that? A flare gun? So someone got a flare me. Is that a flare gun? Shit's so small I can't even tell what weapon it is, bro. Gooseworks did some nasty work giving her the tiniest weapons and then making her get killed off first. She deserves more than that. Come on now. Before we begin with the Losers Corner section of Ragatha, let's mention about 2 things that happened beforehand with her. First things first, Kinger was able to magically summon a butterfly with a clap of his hands, allowing Ragatha to regain the heart from just tapping it that she previously lost because of Jack shooting her. Now, we don't really know what this means. Kinger has been there the longest, and all of a sudden he says that he just did it without Kane knowing, and he just did it because he can. That could potentially mean that he has more to offer to everyone than maybe we realize. Maybe he has coding in the game that Kane might have given him since he was there the longest to keep him around. We don't really know what this. We really don't know what it's about. However, the AI is breaking, so maybe it's allowing more of the characters in the digital world to allow them to do their own stuff into the world. We really don't know, but I'm going to make a full-on video about Kinger's development and this potential thing, what could lead up to the next 3 videos. Just wait until like mid-September, you guys will see that video, okay? The second part is when Ragatha tells Jax.
I know exactly what you're doing with Pomni. It'll never work.
Huh?
You know, getting close with Pomni to corrupt her.
It's interesting because Ragatha is trying to prove to Pomni that Jax is bad and doesn't want Pomni to become Jax's toy, like how Gangle was becoming. Because later on in the episode, we saw that Zula mentioned to Gangle that Gangle was becoming Jax's puppet. Jax is using her for his own enjoyment. All Ragatha wants is to make sure that doesn't happen to her as well. We also know that later on, Jax mentioned that his goal is to make everyone his puppet and make him happy and make him all of them down to his level. I have some ideas about Jax's development and his entire purpose of being in the digital circus, as well as his backstory, when I upload his development video. Let's head back to Kinger now. After the fight interaction with Zubul, Pomni, and Jax, Kinger was left with 1 heart. He ran away and Pomni couldn't find him. So Pomni and Jax were walking past, talking about Jackson's scareness factor towards pomegranates and corn and with holes in it. Yeah, it's kind of odd, but hey, it's whatever the heck it is. Also, I didn't know about this whenever I watched it 3 times, but he had his tail back. I'm not sure how he got his tail back, but hey, I guess I'm here for it. We then see Kinger just hiding in the door. And he says that, am I in front of them? And here comes my favorite scene in the entire episode. This scene is so good, I could probably make an entire video about it because it is just that damn good. I could also be saying biasness because it is my favorite character. And remind her about this. Alright, when it's the dark, Kinger can cook, alright? Kinger can say wisdom. We saw it with Pomni and we saw it with Ragatha. And not to mention, if it's in the dark, he knows the surroundings, he knows the sounds and everything. He can do his best during them. The shots between Kinger and Jax, Pomni, Kinger's excellent super move, the face shots, the face reactions, the reload of the clips, literal perfection. Alright, if I ever need to cook, if I ever need this 1v2 situation in the dark, I'm calling up Kinger, alright? Yes, I understand he died at the end due to his move, but it was just so damn good, and the animation of the scene was beautiful. Kinger went off a bang, and I'm okay with him dying and killing himself because of how well they allowed him to die like that. Like, that was so epic. I loved how they gave Kinger that type of, like, way to die out like that, alright? However, Team Pew Pew was not meant to be alive for so long. It was the post-game Losers Corner that was meant for their team. As Kinger entered Losers Corner, he noticed that Ragatha fell off. She's done so much for Pomni to try and ease her into this digital world, and now Jax has Pomni and made her this evil archetype that he always wanted her. Ragatha feels like this is all her fault, because we saw earlier that she declined the option team with Pomni because Ragatha wanted to make sure Kinger wasn't with Jax, which was a very brave and noble thing to do. All she wanted to do was to make sure everyone was happy and no one hated her. Kinger then, because it is in the dark, in Loser's Corner, confronts Ragatha and tell her that all you need to do to make sure that you are happy and you're giving space towards others when they need it. Ragatha then questions how he gets all this wisdom, and then there concludes the development for the episode. I didn't go too much into it because, like I said, I'm going way more further in throughout the episodes, throughout the video development I'm going to have over the next few weeks. Okay, so if you guys want to see those, just give me a couple weeks. I got that down. Do not worry. Alright, let's hit team number 3, the bad guys. Team bad guys consisted of Jax and Pomni. Jax and Pomni dominated the playing field, not dying at all and eliminating everyone else. For the most part, it was mainly this scene and a couple of others in the later half of the episode of where we saw the development with them. Here, we see Jax kind of explaining in his terms how Digital Circus World kind of works with an archetype of each, and then creates Pomni into this evilish thing. But Jax really did that just to make him enjoyment for himself. But let's get to the more important and funny stuff. Let's get to the song sequence of Daisies. It was so cute to see. You know damn well the shippers of freaking Digital Circus fanbase is gonna love those facial expressions. You know damn well I'm not wrong. Alright, I love this. I need more of this. This is so funny. There's already been many people online on YouTube who just already clipped this and posted on YouTube and getting 1,000 views because of how funny it is, bro. You have Michael Kovac, alright? And you got Lizzie Friesman. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name, alright? I think I'm sorry, again, if I mispronounced it. But you have two people who are voice actors just singing, because why the damn hell not, alright? It is awesome. I love this. I need more of this. This is what indie development should do. Just do a random song for a solid 45 seconds, and then get blasted the hell off in the digital world. This is awesome. Alright, let's head to the end part of this episode. Now, reminder, Kane said it is a free-for-all. Meaning that someone had to get eliminated in this scenario. Jax drops the gun and allows Pomni to win the game. Go ahead, shoot me. I don't care anymore. I got what I wanted. I made her look funny. I made her my puppet. Go ahead. But she refuses. She asks very important questions. For example, if I abstracted tomorrow, what would you do? He said he's just gonna move on like it's another day. He also mentions that he missed Kaufmo's funeral, but that's because he's too scared to share emotions. There was a lot that was mentioned about Jax, and Pomni also standing up for what is right. It's all about the funny, it's all about it. He wanted to make sure everyone is puppet. He immediately goes insane, and then we're off to the awards show. Yes, I know I didn't say much. That's because A, throughout the development for Team 1 and 2, I mentioned Pomni and Jax with their things that were trickled in, and secondly, I gotta save their in-depth stuff for Jax's development video. Because remember, this is just a review, so I'm going to briefly talk over the stuff and, briefly dive into the in-depth stuff. Just know this. Jax's goal is to make everyone feel bad and make them be on his level of pain. He believes it's just a game and makes fun of people because that's just what he wants. He wants to make everyone his own puppet, his own imagination, his own game. And makes everyone feel bad for themselves just like how Jax is. It's like a second mask, just like Gangle. Now, let's go into the awards show. There isn't too much to talk about, so let's go over it through quickly. Ragatha and Pomni bump into each other and want to apologize for their recent issues with each other, which they will explain after the awards show. Jax starts to freak out and heads to the bathroom to nearly go insane in abstract, which I also find funny. The disappearing guy walked up and said, "Sorry." I find that very funny because it looked very, very embarrassing. And yes, Pomni actually almost made Jax abstract, which is wild to me because I don't even think anyone else is even close to making Jax abstract besides Zool making Jax wear the maid outfit, or Pomni. And those so far, they've been the only two. So we're probably going to get abstract Jax either next episode or episode 8. Zubo gets the super sauce effect, which, how does she obtain it? Did Ragatha keep some in her pocket during Fast Food Masquerade? You're telling me that you can't bring the NPCs to the circus, but you can bring condiments to the circus? It's kind of odd. Ming wins the favorite character of the year award, and the episode ends. Or so you think. We get a post-credit scene of Kane looking at the votes and knowing that he didn't win nor get any votes. I mean, look at the vote tally. He didn't even reach 100k votes. I don't even think he reached 75k votes. We then see the AI crash out once again, and BAM! Episode ends. This could lead to an AI crash sometime in the future episodes. It's so slowly starting to break away. So I wonder what adventure Kane is going to give for the last 3 episodes. It's going to be a very interesting time. Overall, this episode was a blast. Literally. We had development ranging from Ragatha telling her true feelings and what she wants towards Kinger, resolving everything with Pomni, finding out why Jax acts like a bitch, wanting to be no one's friend, and wanting everyone to be his puppets. Kinger's epic fight scene against Jax and Pomni, Gangle getting development, getting the Tommy gun, and rushing down Jax and Pomni. To the singing of Jax and Pomni, Kane let you go insane more and more. This episode had so many fond moments. Even the first mere sighting of abstraction with Jax. The award show was great. Everything just keeps getting better and better. Easy 10 out of 10. No question about it. I can't wait for the next episode of Digital Circus. I need it now! Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to apologize for being so lackluster in the uploads. My summer was extremely busy and I couldn't handle working on videos because I really had a full week. And when I did, I was just lazy and tired. This upcoming Tuesday 19th, I begin college. Now, what I want to do is work on YouTube videos while I do college, which is the goal, but it may take some time to start it up. So for these few days I have left, I'm going to try my best to push out 4 more videos and pre-upload them. Today, my review of They All Get Guns. Next Friday 22nd, I'll talk about Ragatha's development from this episode and what it could lead up to with Pomni. August 29th, I'll talk about Jackson's development and how it could lead to his abstract, or heck, maybe someone else gets abstracted because of him. And like I said earlier, I'm going to make another episode about Kinger and with the butterfly, and it's getting interesting, alright? That'll be on September 5th. Talk about his wisdom, how he helps people learn the path along the way, and him being long to the circus. I'll probably also make an NFL predictions video that'll probably upload before September 4th. I might also just push back Kinger's thing to a week later. I'm not sure yet, alright? There's a lot of digital circus on the way, and I'm ready to talk about one of my favorite shows. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video to your friends, subscribe to me, enjoy my videos, hit the little bell so you can know if I upload. Thank you again for watching. It's Ninjadilz signing out. Peace! See y'all Friday.